D from VisualForge. I'm working on this planner bug. So what I noticed is, so there was a scheduled job that ran last night or today. This earthly grounding one. See, it ran one time, and you can see on the output here it is. And it says a calming practice to connect deeply with the present moment. So I was assuming it was going to be inspirational, and here it is right here. Doesn't show the genre here, so you kind of got to guess like which one it is. It's the earthly grounding one, wherever that is. The problem that I noticed was when you don't have a preset, it says it's going to do the wizard default. It's not doing that. It's changing it to fiction. So if I look back in the properties, so it's using the Nova Light model for the text, which I want to switch this. I attempted to switch this to Claude for the default because I think the stories are starting to sound a little bit predictable with Nova Light. And so I'm checking out if Claude's going to be better. It seems better so far. And then the voice videotape narrative. It's interesting. It seems to be missing the image model, right? There's a few problems with it. I don't know. This is mainly with the properties. So I'm gonna give Claude some test feedback. So I'm gonna just like dump everything in there. Maybe I don't know if I want to put it. I guess I should just put the ones that are directly related. Well, I don't know. I'll put everything in there. So this is the way I like been vibe coding this. I use GitHub issues and to communicate with Claude. Right now, there's a bug in Claude CLI, so I can't even like paste on Windows paste images in for some reason. So basically, part of the problem is I'm just gonna tell it like some background about it. And video was generated a couple hours ago. It didn't pick up wizard defaults. Assigned the preset the text model. Model was Nova Light and not Claude Sonnet. It's supposed to be Claude Sonnet 3.6. Alright, and this is the video, and the name of it is Earthly Grounding. So maybe like project, title, like, and then I can even give it the idea. I'll probably, maybe, I don't know, I want to fix that sometime. But see where this says wizard defaults. So that'll show the idea screenshot, and then on the wizard, oh yeah, I want to do these properties. It didn't pick up the wizard defaults. I'll say in the project properties, all right, so I put a screenshot of the properties that I'm talking about, and then the idea settings are here, and so I just need to show what the wizard defaults are. Oh yeah, this is I'm in dev. I want to look at devs. If you go to projects and click new project and slideshow, I must be in the free plan or something, because yeah, there's some kind of problem here. We just implemented this planner, and it was having trouble referencing the idea of the genre, because the genre is stored under the idea, or it's like a grouping for the ideas, I guess. And so here's like the inspirational ones, and the preset that it ended up getting was not even an inspirational preset. It was a fiction-based one, so it was supposed to do this like motivational thing or something called earthly grounding, and it actually made an action story out of it. But it was supposed to be like just like some inspirational video. We traced it back, and also some of the settings weren't saved here, so I opened an issue for that. I think I did. There was like a few of them. So then Claude put all these suggestions for the bug fixes and stuff. And then on this one, the recommended solution, it says single source of truth. I thought this was kind of interesting. It basically says that like it's gonna write a function helper to like grab it from either the story type and genre, basically the preset in this prompt metadata is part of the presets, but it's not saying that specifically. So it was a little vague, and it was kind of suggesting to store it in two places. I suggested that we could store it just in the one planner, like every genre. I don't know, maybe I just assumed it was working like this or something, but if I were to select fiction and then thriller, then there should be we have these baseline presets. Here's a thriller one, so I just assumed, oh yeah, this isn't one because I can't view this either. I'm gonna make something because I gotta audit these and make sure they make sense, because this should have all those settings in there. Like if you look at, here's a thriller up here, and so you can, in here at the top, yeah, it has thriller up there, and the inspirational one should have something like this, but somehow it got this story. So I open an issue for that other one too. Alright, it's a little sketchy letting the admin edit it. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't see somebody like messing it up one day and you end up with some like thriller in the children's story or the wrong model or something. So I have to keep an eye on that somehow. And then this thing is just a weird story. I don't know what to do with this now because it's supposed to be like a meditation thing or inspirational, and it became like an action, like a weak action video. I'm not really sure. Like, it's just like boring. Nothing happened. Really, there was this. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Like these people don't look like. I'm just gonna have to trash this one, I think. Or it turns it into. I have this cast now too. So because I didn't have a cast for it before, it generated one and saved it here. So I have these people. If I ever need to make an earthly grounding series. That's what I noticed because yeah, this is weird. They're kind of just describing how they look. Okay. Maybe when they get added, that's kind of cool actually. That's how it should be said. Actually, that's a little weird. So these descriptions, yeah, are purely like physical. It doesn't really say anything about like their personalities or their characters, which is a little, it's cool because they're reusable, but see, like this one says a historian, and this is an aging author. They're supposed to be more like who their character is in the story, so I feel like these physical ones are a bug that got added. Needs like a physical description or something, maybe, I don't know. Open this one as another bug. Where is it? Who the character was. If we do I'll say, or just put it later in the description. Alright, so the description before wasn't physical, it's more about who the character was in the video, or I should say in the story. Alright, whatever. So I'm just gonna do like a few of these every day. I've done several in the past hour. Alright, and then I finished doing this while we were working on that. In the idea settings. Alright, it's cool. But I hope these idea settings are coming from the baseline, or those baselines. Actual. If we update them, will that be in the idea? If we update the preset. This is a question. Let's see what it says. Okay, so with the character description, there's some kind of bug where the narrator like overwrites it or something. So we're gonna store that in a separate field, and that's like an appearance, I guess. So that's cool. And then there's some other bugs that I'm fixing in dev. The beta banner disappeared for some reason. Genre baseline. Fixing the baseline for the genre because that was stored in like two different locations and referencing another location incorrectly when it was implemented or being referenced. I don't know. It was a few things going on. It seems. I think that is now like getting assigned from the genre is tied to a settings file, like one of the baseline settings in the planner. That's basically it, and right now Claude's like developing it and going to build it, and then basically going to. I have some test agents, but I don't even think they've been developed for this thing, and I don't use them. I don't use them in mock mode. I don't want to call the AI because you could run a bill. So yeah, it looks like this will be resolved, and I'll test it later and share more. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.